Good afternoon, Raider Nation. We want to welcome you to BCTV's production of Red Raider Football live on the NFHS Network powered by Play On Sports. I want to thank you for joining us this evening. I want to make an audible recognition of our 2017-18 athletic title sponsors for the year for our broadcasting, and that is Miss Lisa Coley at Coley Electric and Plumbing Supply. It's Mr. Andy Cawthon Auto Sales, and it's Doctors Hutto and McQuaig at Family Vision Care. I want to thank them especially for being title sponsors this year. And the title sponsor for football season is Bennett Johnson. Mr. David Johnson, I want to thank him for always being a part of our football program.
We've got the same captains. We got Will Richardson, we got Lagondrick Snell, got Dawson Jewell, and Jesus Brown. And Coach, he's kind of superstitious. He's going to keep running them out there till we get as long as we keep winning. We've also a special guest tonight. Tell us a little bit about Larry. And
special guest this evening, honorary captain on the field tonight is Mr. Larry Taylor from Burt CPA. He is a former Red Raider. And I'm sure he's excited to be out there on the field. This is something a little different this year that Coach Langford has brought to sorts. And he's a big supporter of the Booster Club, the Touchdown Club for this Red Raider football team.
Yeah, Burt CPA, Larry Taylor, does a fantastic job. He's out there. And our referee, the White Hat, is talking to both captains on each side, and he's talking to them about the coin toss. We're about to have the coin toss. As we've already told you, what a great night for football that it is. And let's see what we're going to do here. We have deferred to the second half. That is three times in a row that we have won the toss. We'll be defending the south end zone. Berrien County will be defending the north end zone. And we're about to get this underway. There you have it with our Reggie's paint and body coin toss. 3 times in a row we've won it, and that spells good news for us. Last week we opened up with 2 quick touchdowns, only to have Telfair come storming back and take a 21-14 lead, and then magic. Shady Moore took one back to the house on the ensuing kickoff, and we never looked back after that, Brent.
Yeah, it was pretty emphatic after that. Our defense settled in, and we were able to manage that quarterback because he and their tailback were the majority of their offense.
Go on.
I heard your voice, but I didn't see your mouth moving. We was able to contain. Here comes the Red Raiders running through the smoke and the sign as they come to the sideline. But yeah, it was a fun game to watch that second half as our Red Raiders come out and was able to contain their 2 best players, and we saw some of our players shine.
We sure did. Here comes Berrien County as they break the banner on the other side. They come walking out, running out. They're kind of a big squad, and they're athletic looking. I think we're going to have our hands full here tonight, but I want to tell you something. I think Berrien County is going to have their hands full also because our Red Raiders are playing with confidence. As long as we can execute, I'll put our 11 on the field up against the teams that we're going to play this year. I'll put them up against their 11, and we'll go to war and see what happens when the smoke clears. You're listening to Red Raider Radio on 93.5 The Eagle. Coach's interview for the pregame show that they do. James Jordan, his fine staff at Lamar's Pharmacy. Burt CPA, we appreciate them. And, of course, Bennett Johnson with our sideline report. Joe Hayes does a good job for us. We've got our in-game sponsors, which is Richmond Baking, the Huddle House, Bennett and Johnson, Lamar's Pharmacy, Reggie's Paint and Body Shop, the Bacon County Hospital, McDonald's, and Pineland Bank. And Drake Bloodworth is about to kick it off again, number 88, the man that has just snuck up on this program that can really bang these kickoffs.
And here is the kick, and it's going to be a pooch, very similar to last week. The young man's going to take it, and he's tackled immediately.
Yes, great tackle. Who is that? Is that Ayrton Moore? Is that Shady?
I believe it is. Number 9.
That's right. And they're going to take over, Berrien County going to take over right at the 25-yard line. That's exactly where the play took place. I see down as one of our back judges, we've got Adrian Wilkerson, who is one of the great quarterbacks from Coffee County. Adrian is one of the finer quarterbacks, and he was out on the field yesterday with another quarterback from Coffee as our JV fought to a 14-14 tie with Jeff Davis. Quite a good football game.
Berrien County with 3 wide. They hand it to the quarterback's going to keep it, and he's going to run for about 6 yards. Very tall, lanky young man. I was told before the game we need to look out for number 10 and number 20. 10 is Montia Brooks. He is a senior quarterback / defensive back. I think he's going to be running the ball this evening. He suffered a hamstring injury earlier in the season. They made a quarterback change. And then Ken Bennett, running back, defensive back, number 20. And there we have a flag. Looks like a false start on the offense.
False start on them, and we'll back them up. But I tell you, Bodie Metters was right where he needed to be on that play. We was fixing to have, if not a tackle for a loss, we were going to stymie right at the line of scrimmage. Well, but I'll take a loss.
For those of you on the radio, we're looking at an offense set up very similar to ours with 2 wide, twins to the bottom, or twins to one side and a single receiver to the opposite side, shotgun, and a pistol formation.
They've got a big receiver. Looks like he's 6'3", about 220. We
blitzed.
Oh,
and he blew up. The ball went to the ground. Did we get it?
No, it looks like they fell on it. But, we blitzed
who got back there? I mean, just destroyed that running back.
K.J. Brown, number 33, our middle linebacker.
He timed that perfectly, Rev.
He sure did. And we brought, my goodness. They were lucky to get out of there by keeping the ball there because the ball just kind of squirted out.
It's going to be 3rd and a long 8.
This big receiver they got, he's number 9. He's only a 10th grader. He looks like he's 6'3", about 220. He's
passing down, steps back, throws over the middle. It's going to be overthrown, almost intercepted.
And they snuck a back out of the backfield. If their quarterback had looked, he was wide open. We had nobody. Whoever was assigned the tailback out of the backfield missed their assignment there.
Like you said, Ref, he was wide open. We got lucky. The quarterback he had a guy he was just zoned in on running the seam route there right up the hash mark. They're going to be in a punting situation. It's 4th and 8 with 10:46 here in the first quarter.
And we got Magic sitting back on about our 35-yard line, Legondrick Snell. It's not a matter of if he's going to return it. It's just a matter of when.
Was looking at the kicking game during warm-ups. This fella, he can kick it about 40 yards distance-wise, but he wasn't very consistent left to right. And he's going to kick this one.
And it looks like it's going to be, nope, it's going to die.
And we're just going to let it roll and get out of the way. And they're going to touch it down on about the 34-yard line.
Yep.
Be first down for the Red Raiders.
Good opening series for our Red Raiders as we stopped Berrien County. What a great hit. They're running out a very big defensive line. They've got a huge nose tackle, but he's going against our very best offensive lineman tonight in Jesus Brown. That is going to be a war worth watching. Jesus wears number 75, and this big guy, number 76, Zeke Wells, is a junior, and I would say he probably weighs 285 or so, probably 6'3".
Here goes Madison with the handoff up the middle. And he pulls through for about 15 yards.
There you
go.
On
the first snap of the game, sorry I wasn't able to set that up for you. Single receivers left and right in that shotgun position. It is Cooper Brown with the start, as we do have quarterbacks that will swap series in and out.
Here again, Coach going with the old, what do you call it?
The horseman.
Yeah, the horseman package.
You got two wing backs, which they look like, quarterback in a shotgun, running back in the pistol formation. And he's going to hand it off to him again up to the right side. And what a big push, another 12 yards on the carry.
Boy, if we can do that tonight, it's going to be good.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be good.
Well, Coach mentioned, and me and you had a conversation that we won't say everything that was said in that conversation, but, Coach was a little surprised that maybe the attitude from the other side, the fact that, they they were thinking they were going to come in here and maybe play the same team from last year, but they didn't face this tailback last year.
They did not face this tailback, and they really didn't face this team. We were beat up.
Oh, and the ball pops out. He's got to fall on it, and we're going to lose about 10 yards.
I don't know what happened
I think he was pulling it. It looked like he was pulling it, and it just literally kind of snapped out.
We kind of shot ourselves in the foot there.
But I'm not sure. Maybe it was just a poor placement of the ball, and it just was not in there. Because it looked to me like also Cooper was kind of surprised that the ball popped out. So
it really, the way that we were moving the hole, it looked like he was going up for another 8 or 10 yard gain. He's getting deep into the defensive secondary before they realize that he's got the ball.
2nd and 21. We've got Twins to the top. Shotgun. He hands it off to Madison up the middle for about a 4, maybe a 3 yard gain. Very safe play there. You have to anticipate a pass here.
Right.
With very capable receivers with Snell, Moore, and Peterson. And even Madison can catch out of the backfield as well. And we are single receivers left and right in that horseman.
I wonder if we got a screen package.
And here is the step back, and he is going to – he fakes the pass. Receiver comes back for the catch, and that is Moore on the far side. He's going to be short of the first down. However, we may have put ourselves in position for a possible, 4th and about 8.
Yes.
Maybe 4th and 7.
I don't know if Cooper recognized double coverage, but he was going out wide to J.P. Peterson is what it looked like to me. That was actually, I believe that was Legondrick that came back for that
It
ball.
was?
Yeah. And we've got 4 receivers set, 2 to the top and 2 to the bottom. And Ayrton Moore down the middle. Oh, my goodness. They got a big boy that's trying to guard one of our little fast, shifty receivers.
And here's the
great play.
Madison catches it out of the backfield. He was wide open, just like they're back on the previous play. Just a great play call by our coaching staff. He was wide open. Cooper makes the pass. Sometimes those passes are the hardest ones to complete.
It is.
First down, Red Raiders.
I'm telling you what, so far it's Bacon County coaches 1.
Berrien 0.
Berrien 0. So we're up right now.
Now let's
that was a
pound
great
that
X's and O's play.
Let's pound that rock again right here. We
Yeah.
got 4 receivers, too tight to the left, or to the bottom, I should describe. And
There he
Madison
goes.
does take the hand up. He cuts up the middle and pushes down for about 4 tough yards, almost 5. Really 5 yards on the carry now, and he's averaging about 10 per
Right.
carry thus far.
It's going to be a long night for that young man. If we keep running it like that, he's going to wind up getting probably 35 or 40 carries tonight.
He got about 33 carries in the Telfair game, and we also have he's sort of our thunder. We got a lightning back that is going to get a few more touches, I believe, tonight.
The coach did allude, Coach Langford did allude to that.
And there's the fake. And look at this play call. As Snell fakes to the left. He's going to get away. He's down to the 1 yard line.
Great play. And their big defensive back, wide receivers holding his shoulder, number 9. He took on 160, maybe 70-pound Legondrick Snell, and this 225-pound defensive back lost, looks like.
It was a unique play. I'll describe it for you. We have a moment, an injury timeout. We had 3 wide to the right. Legondrick swung, literally come back about 5 yards, almost like a wide receiver screen, basically is what it was.
It's what Georgia used to run with Hines Ward and with Bailey.
Right.
Champ Bailey.
And this particular player seemingly had him hemmed up, but he kind of broke his ankles there and got around him and made it to the 1 yard line. The Raiders are going to be first and goal with 7 minutes and 8 seconds.
There you go. Good call, Brent. It's exactly what happened, and we're sitting down on the 1 yard line, almost dead on the 1. And I think we're fixing to get about 3 plays of number 25 if that's what it takes.
That or a quarterback sneak. I don't think it needs to go past may not even need to get outside the I tell you what, with Cooper, he doesn't run quite as much as number 3 does. Dawson, sorry about that. Jewell. But you got to think 25 is going to get it here. And there's a snap. There's a handoff to the quarterback does keep it, and he is sacked for about a 5 yard loss. Maybe we got a little too tricky for our own good there.
If we'd have handed it, he'd have walked in.
I think now we're 1-1 on the coaching calls here because maybe we should have handed the big 25 there.
Everybody would be perfect if you could get that play back.
Right.
All of us would.
It's like on the golf course. I'm a second shot Jack Nicklaus.
I understand. Cooper looks over to the sideline, and coaches are signaling in the call. Looks over the defense, and let's see what happens. Madison shifts to the right. Going to turn around and hand it to him.
Madison. He's going to get back up to about the 5-yard line.
It's going to be 3rd and 5.
And it was 1st and goal from the 1.
Yep. In runs KJ Brown. In runs our number 12, Austin Metters, as he runs in.
Rev, if we have faltered in any one way, it's been inside the 10-yard line. Really, this is about the 4th time that we have really struggled here. Maybe we can punch it in.
5 minutes and 44 seconds left in the first. We're running down the clock. Looks like we got plenty of time on the play clock, but we do need to get busy. There goes Madison, and he's just going to fall down to about the 3-yard line. There's really not any push at all then.
You have to think coach is going to go for it here again. We have a very capable field goal kicker, but I think he wants to send a message here.
If nothing else, we'll get him pinned down deep inside. We're going to call a timeout. It looks like he's making – nope. Audrey Carter, our former quarterback, is on the sideline. He's signaling into place. Let's see what we got right here. All right, we have got a motion penalty. No, I'm sorry, an offsides penalty against Berrien's, what it looks like to me. I didn't see any motion on our sideline. And that's what it is. That's going to give us a manageable. It's going to be 4th and about 1.5. And we got to get us a 1.5-yard push right here. Let's see. He barks out the signals, looks it over. And now we have jumped off sides against us, and now it's going to back us up again. Looks like we've rehearsed this time and time again. This is the kind of stuff that we like to do when we get inside the 5-yard line. We had some of these same penalties last week, and we were able to overcome it. But against a good football team, there's just no excuse for jumping off sides. Just no excuse, especially when you know the snap count. When you know what the snap count is going to be. Now we bring in a kicker. Juarez has come in to kick it.
Here's Ronaldo. He's, again, got plenty of leg from this distance.
I think he just needs to punch one. If he'll just punch one, I think he'll be off to the races.
The hold and the kick is blocked.
And he's got a good opportunity. No, he cuts back in.
And he's going to be tackled about the 46-yard line. What a
turn of events.
I mean, yes. You go 1st and goal from the 1-yard line, and now they're going to receive the ball nearly at midfield and start over on offense. That's just I tell you what, I don't know the way I would describe it. I probably can't say it on air. It's a kick. But nonetheless, the defense will take the field, hoping that they will bow their backs.
Yep, we had a great stand, and we had things going our way. Then we get sacked, then we get a penalty, and we're just not able to overcome it.
And the snap, and the quarterback keeps it, and he's going to be tackled for a loss.
Yeah, great play.
Or definitely no gain, as they were a host of Raiders to bring him down.
You know who I'm not seeing on the field tonight? And I don't know if he's hurt or what the situation is, or he may be wearing another number, and I've just not picked him out. But I don't. Yeah, now I do. Now I see.
Who are you looking for?
Anderson.
Number one? Yeah.
Yeah, I see him now.
He's running to the other side now.
Running to the weak side.
On that 50.
Yeah.
All right, 3 wide, 2 at the bottom, 1 at the top. Quarterback in that shotgun position.
They're fixing to step back and throw it at any minute. You know that it's coming. He's barking out signals. I don't know if they're changing the play.
Here comes that defense as they tackle him at the line of scrimmage. He gets about a yard after he leans forward, a short yard.
Garrett comes up and makes the play, and I believe that was also K.J. Brown, our 2 linebackers. Our inside and our outside linebacker converged to make the play.
Well, the thing you see here is, again, it's water under the bridge. Our offense went right down the field and was able to score, but even if we hold them here, they're probably going to flip the field on us.
Right.
3 wide to the top, 1 lone receiver to the bottom. That's the big kid on our big kid, number 14, Snell. And he steps back to throw, and he's got him.
Yes.
Almost to avoid the sack, he just threw it in the ground.
He did, and that was a great play by K.J. Castile. He sniffed that one out. They flooded the top of the field. They had 3 wide, and they flooded it going downfield and was going to try to sneak the wing back out, and our linebacker, K.J. Castile, had it sniffed out, and just like you said, their quarterback threw it in the ground to keep it from being intercepted. Great play. We knew what was coming. That looked like a film play there, something we had saw on film. Now we got Legondrick back on about the 16 or 17-yard line. We got a timeout by Berrien County with 2 minutes and 56 seconds left in the first quarter. You're listening to 93.5 The Eagle. Your Red Raiders are stopped for only 1 yard in 3 plays. Berrien County was only able to gain 1 yard. As we were saying, Legondrick, he's on about the 16 or 17-yard line, and Berrien's about to punt the ball. But, Brent, you made a good point in that they're about to flip the field.
But this young man can flip it back.
He can, just one play.
But you got to think they're not going to kick it to him deliberately. And they did. He's going to step up, make the catch, and just get down. It was a low, kind of a dead duck.
Yeah, those kind of punts are a lot harder to catch than the ones that's high spirals, just a low line drive. But he come up and he caught the ball on the 22-yard line, and we're off to the races.
If he hadn't corralled it, the ball would likely have ended up inside the 10-yard line. So great job there by Snell. We're going to have 3 wide to the top, 1 wide to the bottom. And we do see Jewell coming into the game with Madison in the backfield.
As close as they are playing J.P. Peterson right here, that may be trouble for Berrien County.
You got to think we're going to run the ball. And he hands it off to the right side. He breaks for another about 5 yards.
Yep.
Well, maybe 3.
Yeah, it was a long 3.
I thought the sticks were closer to the 20.
Looked like a real good push.
Well, you have to think they're going to make a few adjustments up front. And we may have to, again, do something a little different. But 3 yards in a cloud of dust is okay. And he's going to step back and pass the ball to the slot, which is Shady. And he's going to get about
a yard.
About a yard.
Maybe 2.
Keeps them honest. Spread out. It's going to be 3rd and 7. 2 minutes and 10 seconds as the clock continues to run. This first quarter is going by quickly.
It is. It is going by quickly. We got 2 heavyweights down here slugging it out. You know, I'm going to take my money on big number 75, Jesus Brown. Looks like they've got another nose guard in, number 65.
Comes back to pass, rolls out. Shady's wide open, and he's going to have the first down. They tackle him at the 40. What a great play as the quarterback rolled out,
that's Legondrick again.
Yeah, Shady normally has his White Sox showing like that, and so that's what I was looking for. Again, folks, from this distance, especially the other side of the field, we have to look for markers like that, not numbers, at least for me anyway. We got 4 wide now.
Till I got used to it the first few times to the top of this stadium, I had a nosebleed.
4 wide, shotgun. Madison in the backfield with Jewell. He hands it off. He cuts up the middle.
There you go.
About 4 yards.
4 yards. Their coaches is having a fit. I don't know what he's having a fit about. I don't know if he's hollering at the umpire about holding. I don't know what he's hollering at. Got a timeout by our umpire, or the white hat. He's calling a timeout right here. And number 40, they're, I don't know, I guess defensive end. Number 40 for them. Let me get you his name. His name is Hunter Gutierrez. He's a senior defensive lineman. They took him off, and I don't know if the coach was talking about a chop block or exactly what the situation was. We got another whistle. And let's see what we got. They're taking their big number 65 off the field. I mentioned him before. Nigel Berrien, he's also a junior, and they're bringing big number 76, Zeke Wells, back in.
There's a snap. He hands it to Madison. He cuts it out to the wide to the right, and just a shoestring tackle. He leans over for about 3.
And it's going to look like it's going to be about 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Is that what you see, Brent? 3rd and 2, maybe 3rd and 3. They just backed it up a little bit. So it's going to be a 3rd and 3. And we are on our own 47-yard line. We'll have to get to the 49-yard line of Berrien County to get a first down. 50 seconds on the nose left. Jewell looks over. We got twins to the top and the bottom. And he hands the ball off, and
Madison leans forward for the first down. If we get a good spot, which I think we did, both guys on either side of the field. I want to mention this. This is a crew we had last week, and they did a pretty good job overall. And I think it's the same exact crew we had last week, and we're looking for another a good night from the umpires.
Well, the umpire down in the middle that's spotting the ball low, I've known him for years. He's from Douglas, Adrian Wilkerson from Douglas. We got some guys from Coffee County, and I think one of them I think is from Jeff Davis on the far side of the field. So we got some local guys.
Snap, steps back to throw, and he throws out deep. And he had him. He just
a little bit more air. Just a little bit more air.
It's amazing, and if you could see it from home, how Snell can distance himself with about 2 steps. He's running. The defender is right there with him inside. It looks like he's got position. And then when that ball gets in the air, he just separates himself just like he did there. The ball was just slightly overthrown.
I believe that KJ Castillo is going to eventually have or this season is going to make some big plays for us because he's long and lanky and fast. And we just hadn't used him quite. And there we go.
Madison up the middle.
Yeah, about a 3-yard gain. But they figured out what's going on. They're going to make us beat them with our arm.
And we can. We just have to execute.
We want to thank our in-game sponsors, Sips and Such Cafe, Burt CPA, DQ Grill and Chill, Coastal Pines Technical College, DL Lee and Sons, Shorty's Barbecue, Newberry Paint and Body. And that brings us to the end to the first quarter. We're going to take a Burt CPA I noticed our quarterback run out on the field, but evidently he is snapping the ball. I was going, oh, goodness, because we're on the 23-yard line, our own 23-yard line, and it's 4th and 7. I felt sure that we wasn't going to try to kick this. I understand.
Snap. And there's a good punt as it's going to take a hop for the Red Raiders as it bounces to the left, keeps on trucking down to about the 37-yard line.
That's right. 37-yard line. We swapped the field, and Berrien County's coming out on offense. Your Bacon County Red Raiders right now are ahead 7-0 with 8 minutes and 51 seconds left in the second quarter. Our defense has come to play and outruns Berrien County's offense. They got a big offensive line, and they really look good in their uniform, as we've already said. Yeah. They got silver hats and red and white.
But we've been sending at least two, maybe three guys stunning on just about every play so far. I don't think they've figured that out quite yet. Now we're
going to try to get wide. Anderson breaks it up and sends it back inside.
A little shifty back there, maybe a hold here.
Let's see what happens.
That's the area.
Yep. We got a penalty that's thrown about halfway across the field. One of the side judges saw something.
Yeah, I mean, sure, it must have been a hold, or number one would have made a tackle. Hey, we're going to see here.
Unless it's some personal
it is
foul.
A hold.
It is a hold. Good call.
Be a 10-yard penalty. It's going to be 1st and 20 now for the Rebels if they kind of shot themselves in the foot. And like we have done on occasion already with a poor snap, that was like a 10-yard penalty, except they get to replay the down or on the exchange earlier, I should say, in that first drive. But 7-0, 8:45.
It's 10 from the spot, so that's going to wind up being about a 13 or 14-yard penalty, and I like it. What we need is a turnover right here, Brent.
Exactly right. You got to think they might try to run one here, or they could try to throw deep to begin with, but they've been not successful running the ball.
Not so far. If we keep stunting, it worries me, because when you sell out, sooner or later, one of these quick back splits the –
well, you're leaving a lot up, and this quarterback keeps it, and he runs out to the right. Oh, he just stays on his feet for about a 10-yard gain, maybe 12. He cuts it in half in one play.
Yeah, he's a big kid.
And he's not – you can tell the way he runs. He kind of lumbers, but he's a big kid, and he's fairly athletic. He's not shifty. He's just doing the best he can to get up the field.
Well, now, he's not the kid we had last week.
No.
He's a little bit bigger than the kid we had last week.
2nd and 9.
Height.
And he's going to hand it off to the shifty back, and he cuts back in, but there's somebody there to stop him with about a 2-yard gain.
It's going to be 3rd, and they've got it back manageable now. 3rd and about 7. 8:07 left in the second quarter, And Berrien County is on their own 41-yard line, 40.5-yard line, just a little shy of the 41.
Running quick now with 2 wide at the top, 3rd and 6. And he hands it off.
His
quarterback keeps it. And it's going to be close.
Real close. And they're going to go for it, I would.
Depends
if he didn't get it.
I think this guy's got the spot down low. I think he's going to be
first down.
He's going to make the call.
Yep.
We got to get a handle on that quarterback.
They done a quick snap, and we just wasn't ready. We had our hands on our hips. Too cool a night, especially for early September, for us to be winded already. We need to get busy right here and stop them. That quarterback, there you go.
There's a loss of 1 in the backfield.
In comes Trey Mobley, number 29. Big defensive tackle, going to give us a rest. Trey's very, very athletic. Outchecks Will Richardson, who's a two-way starter. Big Will, great young man. Plays offense, one of our team captains. Plays offensive tackle and defensive tackle. He gets down there and grinds every single play.
The quarterback's going to keep it, and he just lowers his head and just runs forward.
He don't even look like he's looking at where he's running.
He's just kind of rumbling, stumbling forward. But again, he's a big kid, about 6'3" or 4, maybe upwards of 200 pounds.
He's holding his hand right there. He may have took a shot on his hand.
3rd and about 5 now.
Yeah, and we need to stop him right here.
Where's Trey lining up?
He's at left tackle.
I see him now.
Number 29. He's going to try to throw it, and it's
intercepted
by Lagondrick. Yeah. Or is that Ayrton? That's Ayrton
That's
Moore.
Ayrton Moore.
Shady. Playing safety.
I told you he had his socks where you could see them.
Yep. Great play. Great defensive play.
Another great defensive play. This young man, it was a standout last week as he had a kick return for a touchdown of about 82 yards. And he's a very likable kid, too.
Yeah, I interviewed him this week. You're going to be hearing him at our halftime show, our Richmond Bacon halftime show. You're going to be able to hear him in the interview he talks about last week. He is a fine young man.
6 minutes, 24 seconds. Raiders lead 7-0, take over on the 25-yard line.
Ayrton had to run back on the field.
16 seconds on the play clock. Plenty
of
of
time.
I believe it's Brown back. Is Brown back in this session?
Yes, that looks like.
3 wide to the bottom, 1 to the top. Shotgun. Madison's going to get the carry. He cuts back to the right side. He moves forward up the middle for 10, 15, 20.
Oh, we got a penalty.
About 16 yards.
See what we got right here.
Where's the flag thrown? Could it be a
thrown?
face?
It's thrown in
mask?
the holding. We got a holding.
Yeah. It's going to come back for the Raiders. It'll be 1st and 20 now from about depending on the spot. Is the white hat standing on it?
It's back on the line of scrimmage. Has to be.
It's going to bring us back to around the 15-yard line then.
And that was not Madison. That was our little jip back.
That was Bell?
Yeah, that was Bell. Is he number 21, Xavius?
He is.
Xavius Bell with a great breakaway. Now we've got, looks like we got 1st and 22.
3 wide to the bottom, 1 to the top. Bell in the backfield again. We're going to roll out and look to pass. And he's got him wide open in the flat. He makes the catch and he gets a foot down. And that's Snell.
Yep. Brings us back just a little bit past the original line. No, actually, that was about a 17-yard gain. Is that right? 17-yard? That's about right, about a 16 or 17-yard gain.
Coach, how hard of a pass is that to be running the direction you're throwing and make a great throw and catch?
Well, it's not hard for him, but it would have been very difficult for me. Great play by Cooper Brown. Great play by LaGondrick Snell.
4 wide in the shotgun. And looks like we're going to hand it off. He cuts back up the middle for about 2 yards, keeping them honest up front there.
They're just they're stepping across the line of scrimmage and just waiting to meet our backs. And this you call it a buck sweep, not a buck sweep. What do you call that? Just
it's like a delayed
power play between the tackles. What we used to call an old dive play. They just run it from a different formation. Madison back in. There it goes. J.P. Peterson falls forward.
Nearly enough for the first down.
It's going to be close.
It's going to be
real close.
It's going to be 3rd.
He's marking us dead on the line, and it depends on where we're at.
Is it going to be 4th and about a football?
That'll be about what it is. If it's where they spot it,
I think you go for it here.
He did call 4th down. So we are about a football. You're about right.
I think we line it up here. Maybe surprise him with a quarterback under center. I'm sure he's got that play near the goal line. It's like we're going to call a timeout, though.
We got a timeout. We're going to get a measurement. And I think that's a good call by our coach. He's asking for a measurement just to see exactly what we got. And to me, it looks like that the sticks are just 2 or 3 or 4 inches on the other side of the goal of the yard marker. We're sitting on the 35-yard line, our own 35.
It's going to be about.
And I think you've called it. It's about a football length, about 12 inches probably.
It's no more than that. But nonetheless, it's going to be 4th down and again, about a foot.
You know what? They call it 6 inches.
Ooh, that's close.
6 inches.
So what the Raiders could do here if they could get this 1st down and
I hope we realize, Brent, I hope our offensive line realizes just how important that this play is. We got to put a hat on somebody. We got to make a push.
Well, it could be the difference, in the game where you see us going down and scoring here, putting 14 on the board before half, or allowing them to tie it up when we have the opportunity. We're going to receive the kickoff at the second half.
This is where I do not like snapping the ball back.
And we're going to get a first down. Yeah, you just about have to miss snap it not to get that amount of distance in that tight package like that.
And that is a first down. Good play by our offensive line getting the push. Big 29, Trey Mobley, he's checked in as a power back. He's going to be a big blocking back is what he is. What the NFL would call an H-back. There goes Trey. He sprung him.
There he goes.
There goes Madison Toten.
He's got to hold on to that ball, baby. That's a 25-yard gain.
Brought Trey Mobley, pulled him, and when he did, he busted open hit a linebacker, and that just give Madison that step that he needed. And when he gets to going north and south, he drug one of Berrien County's players. He drug him probably 10 yards down the field, so he was trying to tackle him. Great play, first down. We're on Berrien County's 30-yard line, 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in the second quarter. I keep saying second quarter.
There's a snap, and he's going to
throw it into JP. JP takes it north and south just like he caught a coach to do, and that's going to be another Red Raider first down inside the 20 on about the 17 or 18-yard line. And you've got a first down Red Raiders, Brent.
This is the way you call it up. From the sideline, this is what you expect to happen when you execute.
Exactly right. Cooper looks to the sideline, turns. We're in a fast package, and they sniffed that one out. I like Xavier's going wide.
Yeah.
But they had to give Madison a breather. I still like him in the backfield.
He's coming back in, by the way.
JP's coming off his favor and looks like a right shoulder or a right hand. He may have jammed a hand or a finger or something. He's kneeling down over here working on looks like his hand. I don't know if sometimes it's easy to dislocate a finger. You're going to have a Burt CPA timeout. Our Red Raiders are up 7-0 with 4 minutes and 13 seconds. We want to thank our Red Raider Spirit sponsors, Pro Vinyl, Advantage South, Country Financial, F&B South of Alma, Associates in the Local Government Assurance Program, Brantley Printing and Office Supply, First Baptist Church of Alma, and Southern Star Saddles and Tack. Brent, Cooper looks it over. We've got a split into the top and to the bottom. And he's rolling to his left. Great out pattern. Oh.
And did he drop it?
He dropped it. And JP checks back in. And out comes Shady Moore. That was a great pass. Should have been caught. Hit him right in the hands. We got third and about 9.5, third and 10. I can't really tell. The sticks are across the field. It looks like they're very, very close. Maybe we may have gained a foot so far. We got third down.
He hands it off again up the middle. Looks like he may be setting up for maybe a field goal attempt here, Coach.
Yep. Looks like it. And let's see what happens right here.
It'll be 4th and about 7.
Yep. And we're on about the 16-yard line. It doesn't look like we're going to kick it. We got Legondrick out here on an island.
They got a timeout going to be called by the Red Raiders with 3 minutes and 41 seconds remaining with 4th down and 8 to go.
You're listening to 93.5 The Eagle. He gets hot. Welcome back, everybody. We are still huddled up. Now we're breaking the huddle from the sideline, and we're running out. And it looks like we're running our quarterback out in our offense. We're not going to go for it. We're not going to try to kick the extra or kick the field goal. So it's 4th and about 8. 4th and 8, and we're going to go for it. I don't know if we're going to try to draw them off sides and see if we can make the field a little bit shorter. That's what I would try to do right here, is try to draw them off sides. But let's see what happens real quick. We got – nope.
It's going to be a straight pass. He looks back. It's right over the middle, and it may be a penalty.
No, he run into a referee.
Oh, boy. That's just –
right into the middle of the field.
That's just –
Ayrton Moore, Shady. And they had him covered, and it was incomplete, but we run right into the back judge as he was standing there, or the umpire, I'm sorry. We run right into him, and it just stymied us.
They're part of the field, and
that's right.
he was playing his position. I guess sometimes as a receiver you can use that to an advantage and kind of use the umpire to pick your defender.
But it was double coverage.
Yeah.
I mean, they dropped the linebacker, and then the safety stayed home. I guess everybody, including me, felt like we were going to Legondrick.
And there's the snap and the handoff. Quarterback
good play.
He got stuck.
Yeah, good
Was that
play.
K.J. Brown? That usually
K.J. Castile come in from the outside,
Okay.
and we got a penalty that comes in late. And that's a guy from the other side of the field. Let's see what he got. We may get us for running our mouth or something. Looks like it's going to be a penalty against us. Our guys are backing up. Just what we don't need. When we got them down here, we don't need nobody to show out.
Well, I sure hope it's offsetting, but it's like he's fixing to walk it off.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against us. Personal foul.
That is not the penalty you want when you got them pinned back this far.
That's a 15-yard penalty. Puts them in a pretty good position now. That brings them out to the 31-yard line. They're on 31-yard line, but it gets them off of their goal line. And they were down low, or down close to the goal line. Bodie Metter shifts over, and big quarterback and good tackle. Nope, Bloodworth missed him. He had him, but he snuck out.
Kind of slid down him. Again, we're talking about a pretty good size QB they have, and Bloodworth hit him a little high, and he kind of shrugged off of him. But 3 minutes and 14 seconds is the clock. We need that clock to run. Raiders will receive the ball, opening kickoff in the second half.
They bring trips to the bottom down here. Trips. And we're gonna
quarterback keeps it again.
Yeah,
and
good play.
Great tackle by the end.
Is that Garrett Anderson?
Another flag comes in.
2 flags coming in.
Please tell me it's against.
We're clapping our hands. Let's see what the call is. We might have a chop block or something. We got a personal foul against us again. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I think Coach needs an explanation now.
Yeah, we need an explanation.
Out on the field. I don't. It happened too fast for something, or everybody got up. There was nothing, unless it was a face mask. But generally, they'll call that.
It looks like he grabbed his face mask. I don't know. But when I say that, it looks like that's what the umpire was doing. We got a timeout against Bacon again. That's our 3rd timeout. I'm assuming. You're listening to 93.5 The Eagle.
Yards. That's right. Maybe they'll do something stupid here, like throw it, and we'll get another pick 6 or something.
Berrien County drops straight back and throws it to big number 9, the sophomore that we've been telling you about, and he falls forward for about a 9-yard gain. He kind of tried to dance, but we tackled him. He's a big young man, very, very big, very athletic looking. His name is Jamarcus Johnson, wide receiver and defensive back, and they're moving. They're on our 40-yard line.
Got to spread out. We need somebody covering one of the receivers down low, but he cuts in. Here's the sweep around by the little quick tailback, and he gets the corner and is going to have a first down. Hope that's not a late hit.
No, we didn't. We skipped over the top of him. Uh-oh, we got a flag. Let's see what we got here.
That's definitely an
holding against them.
We needed a break there, I tell you. As the young little scat back, literally, caught that corner and got about 6 yards for the first down.
And we know why it was open now, why he got around the corner. It was holding. So that's going to mark him back
to about the 50.
Yep.
And it'll be, instead of 2nd and 1, it's going to be
2nd and 11?
I believe so.
Yeah, 2nd and 11.
2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. We just want that clock to go down unless we get the ball back, which if we don't have any timeouts left. He snaps it, throws out to the side. Did he catch it? Did he get his hands underneath? Nope. They said it hit the turf first.
That was a mix-up between quarterback and the wide receiver.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, sir.
If it had been any better pass, that was the pick six right there. I mean, there was nobody there.
Yep, that would have been unless somebody could have got an angle on him, that was Legondrick he was throwing at. And now, is Berrien calling a timeout? Nope. 2 minutes and 26 seconds. The clock is stopped with an incomplete pass. They got twins to the top and the bottom. Lone setback.
There's the snap.
And quarterback looks. He throws it deep.
And somebody is wide open at the 20.
How did he get open?
I know how he got open because he had to have been looking at the quarterback.
What we got? And we got a foul against us, and that's going to put them right down. Holding against them.
Wow.
Great play. Fantastic.
Well, and it was likely holding on the linebacker I think it was the defensive end that was trying to get to the quarterback. And the quarterback just heaved it up.
Yeah. I don't know who they called it on, but Berrien County upset. But you know what? They wouldn't even be down here if it wasn't for 2 personal foul calls. So maybe we're just swapping. I don't know, but I'm glad that play was called back. Now they're back on their own, 36-yard line? On their own 36-yard line. So now they've got a 3rd down and about 25. 3rd and 25 with 2 minutes and 19 seconds left. And if we can get a good stop right here without giving them something cheap, we may get the ball back, and they're going to try to throw the ball deep. And Legondrick's got him covered. Great play.
Nearly.
No interference. And they're going to punt the ball back to us with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left. And let's see what we can pull out. We've been in the red zone or inside our 20 twice. Once on the 1-yard line, we were unable to score. They blocked a field goal attempt. And then we just threw an incomplete pass. We've dominated this game on the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball for the most part. The biggest yardage that Berrien has had has been from penalties that we've given them. And the
kick return.
And the kick return. That's right. That's exactly right.
We've managed the game well. We need some more points on the scoreboard to prove that we've dominated this game. And here is the snap and the kick. And the ball
just get out of the way. Don't let it hit one of us and then get a cheap turnover.
Got a Raider bounce there. The ball's going to stop on the 29-yard line with 2 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter or the first half.
We don't have any timeouts to work with here, Brent, so we're going to have to throw the ball if we're going to try to move it downfield.
It's going to be a true 2-minute offense here.
Dawson Jules checking back in at quarterback. Ayrton Moore looks like he's going to go. We're going to have twins to the top and to the bottom. We've got Legondrick Snell and KJ Castile down here. We're going towards the south end zone. 2 minutes and 2 seconds left. We've got a lone setback and Anthony Madison. He hands it off at the middle, and they just snatch him down. Looks like the coach is going to try to make sure that we don't go behind. We're going to go into halftime. He probably wants to give his team a good talking to because we've dominated the score. You know, if you watched football on Monday night, if you watched football, you saw a Georgia Tech squad totally dominate Tennessee and lose because they were not able to finish.
Too wide. Steps back to throw deep across the middle, which is my favorite play, and it's caught.
No, it's a fumble.
But he was down. How could it be a fumble?
The bag came out, both bags from both the side judge and the umpire in the middle of the field, threw it out. Legondrick caught the ball, but evidently the defensive back reached around and stripped him as he was tackling him. And there we have it. You got Berrien County with 1 minute and 24 seconds left on our 32-yard line. What a turn of events. Looks like a first down, and we're fixing to get in striking distance or moving the football, and a turnover. We can't call a timeout, so we need to get the right people on the field. Do we have too many people on the field? I don't know. I don't think so.
I want to make sure we got enough. There's the handoff to that scat back right up the middle.
Make them call a timeout. Looked like a gain of about 4 yards, and they are inside our 30-yard line on the 29.
You got to think they're going to try to throw it in the end zone on this or maybe the next play. Their kicking game is not stable enough, I think, to try for a field goal anywhere near
here. Goes the quarterback, and we're going to drop him for he gained about 2 yards. 54 seconds, 53. Now there's been a timeout by Berrien County. We're also going to take a Burt CPA timeout. You're listening to Red Raider Radio on 93.5 The Eagle.
Go, Red Raiders, go. Here's wishing
During our Richmond Baking halftime show, you'll have our Huddle House Huddle Up Senior Spotlight. Remember, after the game, Huddle House is open. You can go get you some grits and eggs and a waffle. Hey. Nothing like going to bed on a waffle.
Under a minute, 53.8 seconds on the clock. The Raiders' defense, once again, Rev, is trying to bow their back.
Yep.
And there's a snap. They're going to hand it to the scat back that wide.
Great play by Garrett Anderson.
Destroyed him.
Garrett Anderson came up and made a lick. Also, let's see who that defensive back is for us. Is that number 6?
They are quickly going back to the run another play. It's 4th and 5. He steps back to throw. Look, nobody's. He catches it. And he's going to walk in the end zone, wide open again, right over the middle.
And we give it to him.
Well, that was a sloppy turn of events for the Red Raiders between the penalties and then just the 2 pass plays. Luckily, one was called back by a penalty, but that one's not going to be called back. And we've allowed these guys to go down and score with 25 seconds left on the clock. And
it's just sloppy football. That's what you can call it. Anything you want to call it. We've just got sloppy in the last half of this second quarter. It's come back to bite us. They line up for the extra point, and the quarterback's the holder. And it's a fake.
I don't think he's going to make it.
Oh, we're going to go in. Great play by Garrett Anderson. He had that one sniffed out all the way. That young man sniffed it out. You're not going to outrun him to the edge. You're very, very fast. Super play, and we're going to go in still ahead 7-6. It's what it's going to look like unless we can return this for a long touchdown.
And, Rev, they've got to kick to us. And you have to think that they won't kick it deep. So maybe an up man will have an opportunity to get us in range, and maybe, I don't know, Coach is liable. I don't know if he'll kneel on. He's probably pretty frustrated at this point of what's transpired in the last 6 or 7 minutes.
Exactly right.
But they're going to line it up, and you're going to see Snell, Moore, and Castile.
Our deep back is Castile. We got K.J. Brown in the middle with Anthony Madison on one side as an up back. And looks like J.P. Peterson, both of them on the 30-yard line. And our guys look like they're a little bit tired, taking a break, kneel down. Ayrton Moore Shady took it to the house last week. And I don't know if they're going to try to kick it deep. I wouldn't be surprised to see them just kick this thing in the middle of the field. But if that happens, if they kick it to us up on a onside kick, we're going to get the ball on the 50 and, might have an opportunity.
And he's
He's
going
to pooch it, and we need to get on it, JP.
And he does. He's going to be tackled at about the 34. They're pretty fired up on their side, and they have a right to be with the play they just made to get 6 points on the board.
Cooper Brown's running back out at quarterback. And let's see what we do right here.
I got a feeling that we're going to take a knee and go into the halftime and straighten some things out and come back out with a 1-point lead and we'll be receiving the ball again.
We do have Lagondrick out here, but they're playing him way off the ball. We've got a safety that's cheating over towards him. I just don't believe that's safety, and we're going to hand it off to Madison. And that's all we're going to get. And we're going to let the clock run out, and I think Berrien's going to let us let the clock run out.
15 seconds. We might get – maybe he's waiting. Maybe he'll snap it one more time and throw it down the field.
Just see what happens.
I believe they are. 2 wide, 6 seconds on the clock.
We're going to let it run.
And he's not going to take a snap. We're going to let the time run out. And there's the horn, 7-6. Your Raiders lead.
And it should be more than that. But I want you to stay tuned for Richmond Baking halftime show, where you'll also be listening to our Huddle Up Senior Spotlight. We'll be back for the second half in just a few minutes. You're listening to Red Raider Radio on 93.5 The Eagle.
Tonight, the Rebel Regiment features songs pondering love gone wrong. The show includes Can't Help Falling in Love, Frankie and Johnny, Crazy Little Thing Called Love, and Desperado. Drum major, is the band ready? And now, the Rebel Regiment! Representing the power of the red and gray, the BRENTJOHNSON.
Come on, everybody, let's give the Rebel Regiment a big round of applause. So we're here again tonight. Alma, Georgia, are you ready? Before we get started tonight, what we want to do is give a great round of applause for the First Baptist Church of Alma, Georgia, for feeding our band on tonight. Please give them a great round of applause. hamburgers. Can't go wrong. And now, entering the field is your Bacon County Raider Regiment! Under the direction of Mr. Will Garrett, Assistant Director Jamie Garrett, Percussion Instructor Malachi Christopher, Guard Instructor Rachel Seifels. The band will be performing tonight, Fire, which includes Burn by Illy Golding, and This Girl Is on Fire by Alicia Keys. Drum majors are Michaela Taylor and Carly Vaughn. Band, check up. Band, check up. Drum majors, is your band ready? You may now take the field for your performance.
what happened to Dawson Jewell, the quarterback. He left the field a little bit early and went to the locker room a little bit early before the half was over. But I see him back down on the field. We were unaware of that, but see him back down on the field. He's got his pads back on. I'm not sure what the situation is. Brent,
That's a shoulder issue.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it was a stinger or a strain. They just got him in a little earlier than the other players to evaluate that, and it looks like he's kind of shaking it out down there. It looks like he's going to be good to go. We're hoping he's going to get back in the game because he is definitely, again, that additional threat on the outside running the ball.
If I'm not mistaken, Dawson, this is a non-throwing shoulder. If I'm not mistaken, he had a little bit of a shoulder issue coming out of camp, and I think it was the same shoulder. May have re-injured it or aggravated it a little bit, but we look forward to him playing again in the second half. Our Raiders are meeting down in the end zone, in the north end zone. Our fans are beginning to get up. There seems like there's a little bit of excitement in the air. We're expecting us to take this opening kickoff and move it down the field. Referees are stretching, getting ready. We're about to go to battle. What a beautiful night. I've already mentioned it, but outside it's cool. Reminds you almost of a mid-October type game outside, and the atmosphere is great. Behind us on US 1, US 1 continues to be busy as some of the people out of Florida are starting to make their way north to try to get out of the path of Hurricane Irma. But right here, you wouldn't know that a storm is pending. Everything seems to be good right now. We want to give a shout-out to some of our in-game sponsors. We want to thank Richmond Baking, as we've already mentioned, and Huddle House.
Assistant coach, former player, recently that said that it was a good prayer meeting there in the locker room, and he felt like he really felt like that our boys are going to come out and play just as they've done both second halves of the previous two victories that we've had. Now, what you got to look for here is what do you think about an onside kick here potentially for this team? They know how they've struggled to hold us back. We've hurt ourselves, and the coach certainly, if he's got any smarts to himself, he brought that forward, I'm sure, at halftime for their men. So, to kind of fire them up.
Well, anything's possible. They run a fake extra point and tried to get a 2-point conversion out of it. Anything is possible. I don't know that I would try to give this early, would try to give a short field to Bacon County because we've moved the ball fairly effectively. But we need to be prepared for everything. He's going to kick it deep and going to kick it to KJ Castile. Just hold on to the ball. And we got a seam, and there he goes.
There he goes. He stretches it out. He's the fastest man on our team, and he's going to take it the distance if there's not a block in the back. But I think he fell down. Touchdown by KJ.
Oh, no.
What a late call.
He threw it all the way across the field, and we have a guy that's standing there watching it. He calls a block in the back, and just like you said, he fell down. He fell down. And that was K.J. Brown, and they are chewing him out. I don't know if he blocked him in the back or what the situation was, but that's going to bring us back. Oh, goodness.
I think at worst their feet got tangled up, but Castile takes it all the way to the house, and what's sad about that play is, irregardless of what happened, it was 10 yards behind,
or 15
behind where the ball was.
May have been a cheap shot, because sometimes you can see somebody that's unsuspecting. One of the things they teach you very, very, very young in football is you never block behind the play. Never block behind the play, because there's nothing good that can come out of it.
Well, I don't want to speculate other than the fact that, that the young man fell down, and I immediately saw him go down, but it looked like a trip versus a push or a block. But The film will tell.
End result is we get the ball on Berrien's 42-yard line rather than 6 points. We're going to have to drive this thing in. Cooper Brown is back in at quarterback, and we've got the same cast of characters that we normally have. You got Anthony Madison in at tailback. We bring Legondrick in motion. We hand the ball off to Legondrick, and their linebacker makes a good play.
And there's a hold, I bet you.
Oh, yeah. And we're going to continue to back us up. Sloppy play again. They had that one sniffed out, fooled nobody. Holding play, and we're gonna wind up being first and about 22. It looks like. Actually moves it back another yard, so it's going to be first and about 23. The block was in somewhat in the backfield, maybe 24, and we put ourselves in a hole now. We started on their side of the 50, and now we're on our side of the 50 on the 44-yard line. And we've got to get to the 32-yard line for a first down. They're 32. And it off to Madison, and it's right up the middle. But where we're at right here, it's not going to be, I don't think running up the middle is going to get us what we need right here. Boy, what a turn of events.
Yeah, I'm still trying to absorb it. I'm sorry I'm quiet. It's very similar. We go down early in the game, get to the 1-yard line, unable to score anything. Our defense was able to bow their back, and again, we were ultimately able to capitalize and score the third drive. But that's kind of heartbreaking there. 3 wide for the Raiders, steps back. Cooper rolls out to his right. And he's going to
go down.
He's going to be run out of bounds.
Loss of about 3 yards. Nobody open. And we're continuing to go backwards. We send in K.J. Castile. And I don't know who he's going in for. Cooper's talking with his wide receiver. I don't know that they were on the same page. And K.J. comes in for Legondrick. They're going to carry him out and give him a breather.
We're only a minute into this second quarter, and a lot has transpired.
Yep.
3rd and 23. There's a snap. Looking for the screen, and
incomplete. They had it sniffed out. Good play call, but they had a linebacker, defensive back that sniffed it out, and it was about the only play call that we could give at that time. Not being a crybaby, even though it's going to sound like I'm being a crybaby. The umpire, the white hat, when he threw that penalty, he actually threw that thing from 40 yards down the field. And he had moved the flag 3 times to get it where the ball actually, where the foul evidently actually occurred.
And it was a late flag too.
Oh, it was really late. We had done just about crossed the end zone when the flag come out. I couldn't believe it. Oh my goodness.
And we just snap it into Neverland. He's got to pick it up.
Just fall on it. And there we go.
Unbelievable.
Wheels fall off.
We have snapped it about 5 feet above the punter, and smartly he just falls on it. He's unable to gather it up and give it a kick. The the Rebels offense are going to take over on about the 15-yard line.
I'm not sure you could gift wrap a opening drive scenario the way we've just gift wrapped to this one.
Talk about flip the field.
Oh my goodness. Good play by Juarez. He tried to pick it up and kick, but he kept fumbling it around trying to pick it up. He eventually just fell on it, which was really the only course of action that he had. They're going to go fast, and they're going to try to send that quarterback up the middle, and he drags us for about a 6 or 7 yard gain. We need to get a fire lit up underneath us right here. Our defense, this is where you need to pick up your buddies on the offense. Just like the kick return kind of put the air in us last week, this kick return being called back kind of took the air out of the stadium. Going to hand it to the quarterback, and we meet him, and he gets drilled
by the linebacker.
But it's going to wind up being 3rd and about a yard, looks like.
Maybe a long 2 there.
Maybe.
Big stick there by one of our linebackers. Again, at that part of the field, it's difficult to see a number.
You know, nobody likes to get beat, but I'd sure rather get beat than I had give somebody something.
Oh, I know it.
You know,
And that's what we talked about before the game off air. We felt like we were top to bottom the better team. And
they're going to hand it wide. We need to come up and make a play, and they're going to go into the end zone.
Walks in.
And
you just about, I mean, you almost, that's a writing on the wall after what's transpired.
Right.
You got to think they're probably going to go for 2 here in
Right.
this scenario with a 12, the score being 12-7. You know,
and we just need to make up our mind right here whether we want this game or not.
That's correct.
Because we're not playing like we want it. We're walking right now. We're just we don't act like we're enthused about the situation. We're a better team than they are, and we're going to have to act like it. Somebody needs to get some fire in their belly right here.
big play here for the Red Raider defense here on this 2-point conversion. You got to think the quarterback may be going to run it. But he's going to throw out to the side. It's incomplete.
Good play by Shady.
Yeah, he definitely got up in that big, tall receiver's mug there to keep him from seeing the ball. It was a pretty well thrown ball to the pylon, basically, was what they were doing to that back corner pylon. 9 minutes, 33 seconds. Your Raiders trail now by 5, 12-7.
We're going to take a Burt CPA timeout. You're listening to 93.5 The Eagle.
At participating McDonald's, limited time offer, single item at regular price. This is Bacon County Red Raider football. 93.5 The Eagle.
Welcome back, everybody. Berrien County leads your Bacon County Red Raiders 12-7 with 9 minutes and 33 seconds left. Second half, still got plenty of time, but we need old Mo to come back to our sideline. We need a little bit of momentum. All the air has been let out of this stadium by a penalty that called back a. There you go, JP. Just take it straight up. And we're going to be in good shape on about the 38-yard line. A line drive kick that went straight to one of our up backs. He takes it and gets as much out of it as he can, steps out of bounds on about the 38-yard line. We're in good shape. Cooper Brown runs back out at quarterback. And coach is going to go with Cooper. And let's see what happens here. I don't know if it's because Dawson is dinged up a little bit. If that's the situation, I'm not sure what it is, but it looks like – I don't know that he's going to go the rest of the game, but
this is the first time, other than Dawson, he came in 2 series in a row in that first half after he went down and carried the team down and scored. But you got to think that maybe Jules still a little tender and just trying to just to feel it out and see what happens. Hopefully he'll be able to get back in the game and help us.
We need to block somebody right here.
Here's
oh good.
Oh, we get it away and Madison gets it. Or is that?
Yeah,
that's Madison. It was a terrible snap where he snapped it before he was ready. I mean, he literally kind of –
and it was low,
the
too.
quarterback kind of just tipped it to Madison. I'm not sure if he had his hands on it. Madison gets about 9 on the carry. Well, about 7, I'm sorry. His body kind of flipped around.
They kicked him on. They clipped his feet out from under him, and he's a little bit ginger on one of his ankles, looks like.
There's a snap, and he gives it to Madison. He cuts off that right tackle position. He's going to have about another 2 yards. It's going to be 3rd and short now, maybe a yard.
We bring Bale in, and Madison, he's laying there. He's a little bit tired. He's favoring that ankle a little bit, and Bale's come in, and Madison's going to come to, and he gets a much-deserved rest.
Well,
he's not running off the field favoring that ankle, but I think a helmet caught him right on that ankle a little bit.
What the doctor ordered here is for the Raiders to go down and get a big score here methodically. And there's the handoff to Bale. He's going to cut it to that outside, but he's not going to get the first down. They string it out. It's going to be 4th and about 1.5.
We don't have any choice but to punt the ball. And rather than going straight up, he tried to go sideline, tried to tried to go to the sideline, and when he did,
They got a kid that's down. I think the tackler on the play. I'm not sure. He turned. He's in quite a bit of pain, it looks like. They tried to pick him up, but he immediately kind of told him that he needed to sit down the way he's squirming around. But we'll hope the young man's okay. But there's again, a timeout on the field. But with 8 minutes and 14 seconds, and again, I'm just trying to run everything through my mind, Rev, about what exactly has transpired. And the Raiders, this is a big play for them here. I'm not sure what personnel they ran out there or is huddled up. You'd have to think in this situation that, we would punt with the ball being on our side of the 50. But maybe Coach Langford thinks that, this is a time that the Raiders make a stand and make something happen here. But we're about to find out. Looks like Cooper's still in.
Yeah, it looks like he's still in.
I'd sure like to see Madison back in the game. I hope he's okay. Again, you saw him gingerly walking on one of those, I think it was his right ankle.
Coach is turning and talking to him.
Maybe they try to draw him off sides here.
I don't know, but I sure like our chances better with a 215-pound back.
And they're going to run it. They fake it, and maybe they're just going to try to draw him off sides. He looks to the sideline again. 12 seconds on the play clock.
Got plenty of time. They walk out on our receivers.
Again, I think they're going to.
We tried to draw them all sides.
I tell you, I don't like the fact that we kind of not wasted a timeout there. But you take a 5-yard penalty and you bring your punt crew out versus eating up the timeout with this much time left in the second half.
That's right. We're going to take just a 30-second timeout. You're listening to 93.5 The Eagle.
Shorty's Barbecue. Go Raiders from Shorty's Barbecue and Catering. This is Bacon County Red Raider football on 93.5 The Eagle.
We're about to punt. Brought in a new snapper and see if we can get the ball back to him. We're going to
we're going to fake it right up the
we're
middle.
going to get a first down.
What a great play by the Red Raiders.
I'm glad the coach called that.
Well, we're back up 2-1 on the coaching right there. I tell you, that was I said a while ago when it was fourth and 1, this could be a chance for him to just bow our back here on the offensive side of the ball and try to get a first down here. It's a key moment in the game. I think that's what Langford saw.
And number 53 for your Red Raiders, I'm getting his name real quick, David Waters, a junior. He's the one that snapped the ball. Great play.
Madison back, low snap. He gets it to Madison. He cuts off that right tackle, and he's still churning for about 5, maybe 6, depending on the spot.
We're just not in sync right now, Brent. I know we got 3 or 4 yards, but we're just not in sync. Our snaps are rolling back there to us, and we're just not in sync. I don't know if we got somebody that's hurt. I don't really know what the situation is.
Is Jesus on the ball?
Yeah. But he's got a taped-up hand. I don't know if that's causing him issues or what. But he's normally money. Maybe that big defensive nose guard that's giving him a fit.
Could be. Oh, there's a pass to the wide receiver, and he's unable to make the catch.
Got to make the catch before you turn upfield.
It was a little bit behind him, but you're right. It was catchable. I think he was turning before he actually made the catch.
Yep. Into the ball game checks number 23, T.J. Ham, running back.
3rd and 6. Ham's just a sophomore. 3rd and 6 now. Another big play for the Raiders. 7 minutes, 12 seconds remaining in the third. And there's the handoff to Madison up the middle.
He's got some room.
And he picks up about 5, maybe.
I tell you, these linebackers for Berrien County are playing low. And as a father who lost a son to a terrible knee injury, what that means is they're not coming in and making the play, hitting their running backs. They're diving at their ankles and at their knees. And I just don't like it.
Yeah.
It's cheap.
4th down and 2.
I'll just call it like it is, cheap. It's a cheap way to earn a living.
And there's a handoff to Madison. He's going to cut to the outside when everybody was inside, and he's going to drag the crew down about almost 10 yards.
Great play. That's what we can do if we don't kill ourselves with a penalty.
Well, when you stuff it between the tackles a couple times, and that's what they're doing. There's linebackers are diving in, and even their linemen are pinching in. Well, he took a sidestep outside the tackle box and was able to get the first down and more. 1st and 10 now with 6:32 on the clock. Again, the Raiders really need to go down and get some points on the board here. And there's the fake, goes to the receiver. He catches it, and he cuts back. Can't quite get away, but he gets positive yards. About 5 is Snell, I believe.
That's right. If the ball had been put where it was supposed to be, it wasn't a bad pass, but he had to stop, and if he had let him upfield, I believe he could have split the seam and got it on farther down the field, but he had to stop and wait for the ball to get there. Oh, goodness.
Got a little skirmish down here. I'm not sure who they're going to call it on. I see a flag. I know
we're bringing somebody off, so normally that's a sign that we got a penalty on us. But we do have our guys that's pointing toward down the line. Let's see. There's a huddle that's going on here with the officials.
It's usually the second guy that gets called, and I think it was our guy that did the last push, because one of our men stepped in. But here we go.
Unsportsmanlike against Berrien. Unsportsmanlike against us.
Okay, at least it's offsetting.
3rd down. Is that what they're calling?
Yeah, it should be 3rd and about. What's that?
I guess it was after the play, so it's just it's offsetting penalties. Thank the Lord. It's not going to cost us any yardage.
It's going to be 3rd down and about.
The way they got it marked right now.
That's long.
Yeah.
I thought he was a little closer to the 1st down.
It's actually 2nd down.
2nd down and 5.
That sounds right.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah. The referee or the umpire, he throwed up a 3.
Too wide to the near side. Madison squares up to the quarterback, and he's going to hand it to Madison. He cuts up the middle for about 2.
I'll tell you something that Anthony's doing a good job of right now is protecting the football.
He sure is. When he cuts up that middle, he's got 2 arms on the ball.
He was having a little fumbleitis at the beginning of the season, but he's worked hard on it. I know he's very well aware of what's going on.
5:38 on the clock as it continues to run.
Ball on the 26-yard line.
3rd and 4.
Berrien's 26.
Definitely in 4-down territory here for the Raiders.
I think you're right, Brent. We just don't need a loss right here. Need to get some positive yardage. See what Cooper does right here.
And they have got 8 in the box.
They sure do.
And there's the pullback, and he's going to throw to the corner, and that was
terrible.
I'm not sure. It was a mix-up by the receiver or the quarterback. Just in that situation, you don't know who.
The receiver's going to have to do a little bit better job of trying to get some separation. I'll be honest with you. That's looked to me. I don't know, but it looked to me like a very lazy effort. And I know they were not on the same page, but.
All right, we're going to be 4th down and 4. I hear the crowd outside rearing up. They know that these Raiders have what's at stake here on this particular drive, possibly with 5:11. 4th down and 4.
Nobody in the middle of the field. Now they rotate a safety over. We're going to roll him.
And he's open. Does he make the catch? And he does. He calls it. The guy behind him.
Adrian calls a catch.
What a great play. I'm glad there's no instant replay.
Come on, back off here,
just in case.
Get back in the huddle. He called a catch.
1st down. Let's line up and punch this thing in.
Yep. There's no replay, thank the Lord.
He got his arms under, but you never know if the ball touches or not. But I still don't think that was a fumble in the middle of the field earlier.
Yeah.
But late in the second half. But we got 3 wide to the top, 1 to the bottom. Madison's going to get the carry. He cuts it back across for about 3. Maybe stretch it. No, he's down. He's got to be down.
He threw the bag in there.
I mean, he's got to be down.
They're going to call it their ball. Nope. Don't call it down.
And he was down. I mean, he stretched out his both knees.
They're meeting right now. They hadn't made the decision yet.
Both knees were down, I believe. We may be fixing to get to business here, Rev.
I don't know. They're going to call it.
Oh,
Nope.
boy.
We did.
I mean, that's a terrible call. I mean, I'm just going to say it. You know, and Langford is not happy. I don't know how do they overturn it.
He throwed the bag. He's definitely got a bag.
Well, naturally a ref that doesn't have position may see a ball come out and then see a ball turn over, but he was down. Irregardless, we're going to have to
stop him right here.
Stop him right here. Make something happen with 4:44 to go
in the third quarter. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man!
Trying to get personnel in. They got 3 wide to the top, 1 in the slot. We blitz.
Oh, man.
And a little scat back gets to the second level, but we take him. He only gets about 2 yards. Looked like he might have been going to get more than that.
Yeah. Man. Boy, I know we can't cry over spilt milk, but, son, when we look back at this game right here.
Win or lose.
Win or lose.
A lot to learn from.
My goodness.
And he's just stuffed right there, that quarterback. I give him credit. The kid, it's like we said earlier, he puts his head down. It's like he's not looking where he's going. He just churns his legs. But he doesn't he gets about a yard, maybe 2 there.
We got to be careful. We're playing cheap football right now. Got a guy down, and then we continue to grind his head into the ground. We can't afford to be chippy, and somebody trying to make a point doesn't need to cost the team because them trying to flex their manhood, if you would.
And there's a pass
wide open.
It's going to be about a 60-yard completion out to the 30-yard line. And that's just something I would have never suspected from the Red Raiders, giving up 3 big passes. One was brought back by a holding penalty, but that's the second pass of positive yards there's been someone wide open.
Well, we're just being sucked in, and we're not playing smart football. I don't know where our head is tonight. I don't know if it's with Irma. I don't know where our head is tonight, but I know our head's not into the game right now because this is not what we've been doing. Looks like Red Raider football 2 years ago, where we just do everything we can to give the other team. We've reverted back to not playing smart. We're just not playing smart. We're not playing discipline. We're better than this. Got to get our act together.
Too wide to the top for the Rebels. Quarterback changing the play, lets his lineman know. Take the snap. He hands it to the tailback. We're going to close that corner down, but he dives for about 6, it looks like. Oh, Rev, here we go. Under 3 minutes now. Trailing 12-7.
And where do we fumble the ball? On the 10-yard line? 10 or 12-yard line?
About the 12-yard line.
I jinxed him. I'm sorry. I'd talk about how he's protecting the ball. Next thing you know, we got one on the ground.
You're right. The ball did come out, but I would nearly bet my next paycheck. I would bet my next paycheck that both of his knees were down when the ball come out. And there's the snap. And it's like a penalty on the offense, a false start, I believe it'll be. And we need everything we can get. It's going to be.
Did he just? Yeah.
It's going to be second down and about 8 now. And with the time, 2 minutes and 29 seconds remaining, we don't need to we can't let them get in the end zone again.
No, we need to keep them out of the end zone.
Even as good as we've looked from the 20 to the 20, we need to keep their lead to a minimum of 5 points. In the shotgun, 2 wide. He's going to fake the handoff, and we got him. Oh, a big hit. Did he make the catch?
Yes.
And that's going to be a first down for the Rebels.
And the quarterback threw it off his back foot as we were rushing him. It just looked terrible. I mean, it's just a terrible situation. But they're making plays and we're not. And that's what it boils down to. They're making plays and we're not making them.
Big hit by our secondary there, but he was unable to cough the ball up.
Yep. And we just got to fight through it. We got to keep digging, got to keep fighting. Can't give up. Coming this way, you're going to hand it.
Ooh. and he gets stopped.
Yeah.
For about
Thought for a second there the ball come out the way they were reacting.
about a 3-yard gain there, maybe a 2-yard. They keep backing the stick back.
We want to thank our Red Raider Spirit sponsors, Pro Vinyl, Advantage South, Country Financial, F&B South of Alma, Associates in Local Government Assistance Program, Brantley Printing and Office Supply, First Baptist Church of Alma, and Southern Star Tack, Saddle and Tack.
Quarterback keeps it. He's going to charge down as they keep pushing and pushing. It's going to be
First
close
down.
to another first down.
Yep.
They got us on our heels now.
We need a play. We need something, somebody to step up. We need a turnover. We need something right here to spark us a little bit.
They're going to run it with this quarterback 4 times in a row if they have to get in
Their
this
big
end zone.
offensive line is starting to get some push. Somebody's going to have to make a play right here.
Maybe they'll get cute and we can get a sack here. And nope, there he goes. And we do get
We stop him.
nearly a sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, I believe.
I think he may just be a little short. He may have lost a half a yard, Brent. He throws his, I don't know if it's his flap jacket or whatever that goes around his ribs. He throws it off the field. It's come loose. I worry about that little scat back. He's dangerous when he gets to the edge. He's small and we can't find him, and somebody needs to make a play right here. They're coming this way with it, and they hand
there
it
he
to
goes, and we're going to string it out. He cuts back up. We're going to deny him the end zone. He's going to get down to about the 2, it looks like.
Yeah. It's going to be 3rd and 2, 3rd and goal from the 2.
32 seconds as the time is nearing expiration on the 3rd quarter.
Linebacker K.J. Brown is asking for instructions from the sideline. Now he turns around and he's shouting out the orders. He's the quarterback of the defense. And they're going to let it go into the 4th quarter. We're going to take a Burt CPA timeout, and when you join us again, we'll be in the 4th quarter.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett and Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Both teams are still making their way down to the end zone. Now Berrien County on our own 2-yard line. We're defending the north end zone now. And the next 2 plays is going to be huge for Bacon County right here. If we of course, we still got a lot of time. But like you said, we've been impressive between the 20s. But when we cross, we've done all kind of things to keep us from winning this game. And we smacking
for
a loss.
What a big stop there.
KJ timed that blitz perfectly. Quarterback May should have not pulled it. He may should have handed it, but I believe we had Bodie Metters. I see him out here. I think he may have had it sniffed out. That was a 2-yard loss. Great play. And I don't know what the head coach for Berrien is doing, but he's out talking to
well, they can't be on the field unless they call a timeout like that, or you're talking about a sideline warning, potentially. But
they're going to let it run down? Is that what he's telling him? Wants a timeout?
That must be what he's going to do.
Yeah, we're going to let it, and then they're going to make the decision whether to kick or not.
I believe so. No doubt if they hadn't got a loss, you got to think they're going to get back up to the ball as quickly as possible and try to punch it in. But the Raiders are going to hold them here for a 4th down play from the 4-yard line. And it really, this would be a huge stop.
It would be huge.
Considering everything that's transpired in the whole game, much less in the third quarter.
It sure would.
I didn't think the last 5 minutes of the second quarter, I didn't think it'd get any worse than that, but it really has.
We want to thank our in-game sponsors, Richmond Baking, the Huddle House, Bennett and Johnson, Lamar's Pharmacy, Reggie's Paint and Body Shop, Bacon County Hospital, McDonald's, and Pineland Bank. Let's see what they've got. They brought their quarterback out. They got them big receivers. Our defensive backs need to play at home. We need to make sure that we know who we're going to cover and don't let them sneak somebody out alone. They could do it. There's just all kind of plays that you can run off of this.
Here's a snap, and he gives to the little scat back, and he's going to try to get the corner, and we're going to tackle him.
Yes.
Keep him out of the end zone.
Great play.
The Raiders have done it 2 times in a row as we stuffed them on a 4th down play before they were able to score.
That's exactly right. That was a great play. And
unlike teams of past, this may be the most athletic defense that I've kept up with in the last 7 or 8 years, from top to bottom. And we showed it right there, definitely from our linebacker and DB's position there.
No doubt about it. That was a great call. We've got them running out. Let's see what we can pull up right here.
Now we are on our heels, the heels of our goal line or their goal line, so we got to be careful exactly what we do here.
Exactly right. We need to make sure we can make a play right here.
2 wide. Cooper in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Madison. He cuts up, stays on his feet till about the 7-yard line, just bowls over a couple guys. Gives us some breathing room.
That's right. We're going to take and go down to Joe Hayes to our Bennett and Johnson sideline report. Joe, what you think? Okay, Joe's not there with us. Joe, can you hear me? I got you. Okay, Joe, what do you think about the play down there? What's the mood like on the sideline?
I don't think we got him, Rev.
No, I don't think we do either.
2 wide.
Dawson Jewell back in at quarterback.
He's going to throw over the inside. Oh, and there's a flag, and that's what we needed.
Time.
That's
Good
what
call.
we needed. Raiders will get be first down after the 15-yard penalty, I believe it will be.
And we're going to get a first down and get our tail off of that. Off that end zone down there. Yeah.
10:42 left. Still trailing by 5. We got to go literally the length of the field, get this thing in the end zone.
That was huge by our defense. Our defense, we've held them to 12 points, and our defense has really played well considering the place that we've put them in at times. We put them in some unfortunate situations. Our offense just needs to not make mistakes, and we need to methodically run this thing down the field. It's what we need to do. Quit making mistakes.
And as we said, Jewell returns to the game. Madison
there
cuts
goes
it up the
Madison.
middle, and it's wide
He's
open.
up the middle.
And he cuts to the left.
And
He's
Trey's running down,
for 30.
giving him interference. And believe it or not, great play by Trey Mobley. And then we trip over him.
After a 40-yard gain by Madison. And Trey Mobley has been absent for a few weeks. He's had to kind of get his business affairs together, but we're proud that this young man has done what it's taken to get back on the field and has earned the trust of his teammates. And again, that's what this man's capable of doing. He was nearly running stride for stride with Madison down the field.
Madison wound up tripping over his feet, but Trey was running interference for him. Madison takes the ball
right up the middle again for another
right.
10-yard, maybe 11-yard gain for another first down for the Red Raiders.
Very close. I think it was a 9-yard gain. It was very close, Brent. We're sitting dead on Berrien's 35-yard line, and we moved from the 3-yard line, I think, or 2-yard line, our own 2-yard line, and we're on the roll. We need to finish this. We need to finish it. We hand the ball off to Madison again, and there he goes up.
He gets stuck after he gains about 3 for the first down.
But it's a first down. Red Raider first down.
This young man, he may be sore in the morning, but he'll be proud for it if we can finish this off.
Number 21, Xavier Bell, comes in. You know, we've pressed the middle, press the middle. I'd like to see us turn around and just do a quick pitch, you know, just turn around and pitch the ball, try to get us on the outside. Let our defensive backs block somebody. If we can get him out in the open, they're so close. They're playing 4 or 5 yards off the ball. We don't have anybody any deeper than 4 yards off the ball.
You might see Jewel keep one.
There he
goes.
does.
And there he goes. And he's going to be hit after about a 3-yard gain. Man, it was wide open until the linebacker
he
recognized it and was able to get a hand on him, but he was able to get positive yards out of it.
We got about a 3-yard gain. He's waving everybody in, and is waving the running the wide receiver slotted back. He's waving him back over to the other side. We're going to have twins down here. We are going south towards the south end zone now. We are on the 34-yard line. I'm sorry, 29-yard line.
9 minutes and 13 seconds. We're going to hand it off
to
Bell.
Bell.
He pushes and drives.
Going to make it 3rd and about 5. 3rd and about 5. And this, you got to believe, is 2-down territory.
Certainly. Trailing by 5, under 9 minutes to go in this game.
Mobley checks in. K.J. Brown checks in. Anthony Madison checks in. Out comes Tyler Wilcox. Out comes Xavier Bell. And we got our power team in there right now.
Yeah, you got to think Madison's going to get the ball in his hands here.
I will say that Berrien County's played very good on the defensive backfield. We've not been able to throw the ball very good.
And there's a pass to the receiver.
And we're gonna have to get it.
Oh, and he does.
Looks like
he may get thrown for the first down.
He may have.
Let's see where the spot is.
Yep, he's spotting it. And I believe that's going to be
Yeah.
a Red Raider first down. Great play.
Sure
just
was.
an individual effort by Lagondrick Snell. He just turned around and he just stuck his head down and pushed for 5 yards.
I'm not sure. That wasn't a screen per se, but he fakes up the field, comes back behind the line of scrimmage, and the ball is there, and he got it all on his own. First down for the Raiders. There's a handoff to Madison. Nope. Jewel keeps it, comes around that right side, and he skips away. Oh, he's hit late out of bounds.
We got a flag. Flag's going everywhere. We're going to be inside the 5. It's going to put us down inside the 5, looks like.
And he's fired up, you know, and that's what this young man.
He can do it.
We talked about in the first half. That's what he brings to the table. If we can keep him healthy, he got dinged up a little bit the latter part of the second quarter, and he had to go in a little early, maybe get a little treatment. But again, we see what the young man's able to do. It should be.
It's going to be half the goal. It's going to be just outside the 5-yard line. It's the way I got it figured. It should be if it's
about first and goal from about
5.5, 6-yard line.
Raiders with an opportunity to.
The ball's sniffing the 5-yard line, and we've got 4 shots here to make 5 yards. 5 yards and a foot. And now Berrien County is on got their goal. Their backs on their goal line. We don't need to try to go wide here. We got a motion penalty.
Unbelievable.
Well, I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. I can't understand it. Man, they're frustrating me right now. I love them, but they frustrate me.
You know, this happened to us 3 times last week. It kept us from putting points on the board, and we certainly can't afford it here. And what's crazy is, Rev, it doesn't happen between the 20s.
No,
it only happens, and we're in the same formations. I don't quite understand, but we got to get it fixed. In the shotgun, too wide to the top. We're going to hand it to Madison, and he just drives down back to nearly
the line of scrimmage, down to the 6.
So it's going to be second down and about 6 and goal, I should say.
Second and goal from the 6-yard line. 7 minutes and 48 seconds left in your ball game. Berrien County leads your Red Raiders 12-7.
I tell you, I like to see Jewel pull it again here and let Madison seal that outside corner and see if he can't get in the end zone. Whether it's the second down or the third down play, hopefully we won't need a third down play because they're just sneaking up. Madison cuts back to the middle, and he squeezes in.
Close.
Oh, down to the 1 foot yard line.
Yeah.
1 foot yard line. Something like that, folks. I'm trying to be as detailed as possible.
We're inside the 1, about 2 feet from the goal line. We line up, and we're going to go at it again if we can just block somebody, not jump off sides here.
We don't need a bad snap.
No. Everybody in the stadium knows where it's going.
Madison scores.
Touchdown.
Touchdown for the Red Raiders.
Yes, we'll take it.
And
let me ask you, do we go to 2? Go for 2 here. Keep a field goal from tie.
I think you have to, because their kicking game is, again, I don't think is their forte. So I think you do, because that gives them an opportunity to score and go for 2 and take the lead.
Right.
So we definitely need to go for 2 here.
I go for 2. We're ahead by 1 point. Once as good as 100. And if we go for 2 and we get it, then if they do kick a field goal, it's a tie ball game.
That's correct.
See what we're doing. They're throwing the ball off the field. They haven't set the clock or haven't set it yet and haven't wound it yet.
We are under 7 minutes. 6:55 here in the fourth quarter. Your Raiders lead. We go for 2. We're going to push it in for the score.
Great play.
15-12.
15-12. Your Red Raiders.
Now, folks, that's the way. That's been Red Raider football. That's our MO this year.
Right.
Is what we just did in that last series. If we take away some of the bonehead and the mistakes, this score would be vastly different. But again, that's water under the bridge. That's things. All those things we talk about are fixable. Sometimes, Coach, sometimes, Coach, you don't have a good team, and when you make mistakes, it makes you even worse. But this is a good team that can fix some of these things and be a really good team.
Well, in all reality, Brent, this score shouldn't be as close as what it is.
No.
Berrien County came over here, thought they were going to manhandle us, and we've been manhandling them, but it's
not showing on the scoreboard.
Our own mistakes is killing us. 6 minutes and 55 seconds, still a lot of time left in this ball game. 6 minutes and 55 seconds, and our defense has got to show up and show out right here. We don't need a long kick return. We need everybody to play. Everybody needs to get their head in the game right now. No trying to do arm tackling. Let's stay in our lanes right here, get them pinned deep, and let's take this thing, push another score across, and let's carry this win to the house, go to the film room, and scratch our heads about what happened to us for a while.
Well,
I feel good about Drake right here.
Bloodworth with the ability to kick it inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
That's what we need here. And we need a good coverage.
No offsides.
And here is the kick.
Boom.
And it is high and deep inside the 10.
Yep.
And
give him a seam.
Let's cover the lane. And he's going to
KJ Castillo's running him down.
Yeah, he's not going to outrun KJ. Again, when KJ ran that touchdown back, and I truly believe it was a touchdown that they called back, he is, you may have heard me say, he is the fastest man on our team once he gets it going. Now, from 0 to 40 yards, he is not, but beyond the 40, he is the fastest man on the field.
Yes, and we got a player down. We're going to take a Burt CPA timeout. You're listening to 93.5 The Eagle. Everybody, the Berrien County player number 5, he's been big for them. He's a very good-looking athlete. His name is Jaleel Carter. He is a senior. He got up on his own power and walked off the field. Just took a tough lick on the far side of the field by KJ Castillo and a host of Raiders as we covered our kickoff very well. They are on the 22-yard line. They're on 22-yard line, and they begin it. And they do a little quick out, and it's batted down. Looks like it's batted down by Bloodworth. That is Andrew Bloodworth, number 51.
Rev, what we can take as a positive, specifically on our defensive side of the ball, they have not drove the field on us. We have allowed them because of some key penalties. When they went down and scored the last time, we had 2 personal fouls and a botched coverage down here. So our defense has played very well, all but just a couple box plays by the DB.
Just don't need to let anybody get behind us. They're going to try to throw it deep. And great play by
Castile
Castile.
again.
What a linebacker play right there.
Sniffed
It was
out
a
the
very
screen.
good play, a screen pass. They had it set up. They run all of their receivers deep and tried to sneak a back out of the backfield, and K.J. Castile had it sniffed out. What a great play. They did gain 3 yards, but you know what? That could have been a huge play. 3rd down and 7. 3rd and 7 from the 25-yard line. We need the ball back. We need the ball back. Jewell came in as quarterback this last series and kind of give us a spark, wouldn't you say, Brent?
I would say so. And we needed that offensively. And now defensively, our defense, it's overthrown.
And we intercepted it by Legondrick.
Is he out of bounds?
He
he's calling it a catch.
Yes, and we've intercepted it on the 46-yard line, Berrien County's 46-yard line. What a play. What a play.
Legondrick has been sort of stifled offensively as
Right.
a receiver, which we know that's going to happen at times because of, a guy's able to match up with him or they make adjustments. But he's had 2 interceptions tonight.
Well, I can tell you what looks like the game plan for Berrien was we're not going to let 14 beat us. That's what they've said. They're not going to let Legondrick beat them.
Well, he may have just have.
He may have, but they can't stop him. I was going to say they can't stop him on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, we need to go down and put it in the end zone here and make this score a little bit more like we thought it should have been from the get-go. With 6 minutes to go.
I tell you this, we're going to turn around and hand it to Madison. And
he gets a tough 2 yards.
Yeah, and this boy right here is going to sleep good tonight, number 25. He is we just need to hold on to the ball. Don't need to do anything fancy here. I still think that we may have a touchdown with the Legondrick out here. They're sooner or later.
Maybe lull him to sleep.
But this defensive back here, he is glued to him. He's playing him about 2 yards off, and he's already had 1 interference called on him. He's not going to let him get deep. He'll drag him down, do whatever he can. But Legondrick's going to have to learn to fight off this press coverage.
They're going to hand it. Jewell's going to keep it, but he
goes
cuts
straight up,
back.
Jewell.
That's his athleticism. He doesn't lose yards. And a matter of fact, he may gain a tough 1 yard. I hope he's okay. He got a pop there.
Yeah, he stands up and he acts like he's fine.
Yeah, he's ready to go. It's going to be 3rd and about 8.
We're going to bring in our bunch package.
Our
7. Big heavies is coming in. Off the field comes number 12 for us, Austin Metters, and also number 23, T.J. Ham. Both of them check out. And in comes Mobley, number 29, and also K.J. Brown, our linebacker, who plays running back some. He's checked in. So we got our heavy package in there. See if we can put a body on somebody. We're going to hand it to Madison. He's met at the line of scrimmage. They're not going to give us anything up the middle. And I don't know. I think we punt the ball here if we can.
I think
if we can snap it. We sure need to give them a long field to try to drive it.
I think so too. If we had been able to get maybe 4th and 1, 4th and 2, I might would see it. We could see a little what you call it when the quarterback a pooch kick. I'm not sure how much they practice it, but we surely don't see any special teams guys coming out on the field unless we're going to try to draw them off sides again, maybe call a timeout, Rev. What you think?
I think that's what we're looking at, but Dawson could very well pooch it. We could very well pooch it right here. Goodness gracious.
They setting up like they're just going to run a play. No, there's the hard count with 1 second on the clock. We do call timeout, and we're going to get most likely after the timeout a punt, with 3 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the game.
Yep. You're listening to Red Raider Radio.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett, Bennett & Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Commercial.
That moon.
Welcome back, everybody. We got a 4th and 5 from Berrien County's 40-yard line, and our punter is standing on our 45-yard line. We don't need anything like we had with the ball being snapped over their head. We just need to get a good, clean punt. They do not have anybody back. They're expecting either a fake or they're just not going to take a chance. Let's see what we do right here.
There's
good
a good
snap.
And there's
and
there's
good
the punt.
punt.
Let's see if we get a kickback.
Kickback this way.
Gondrick
good. Stop it.
Oh, boy. It's like a sand wedge. It kicks back. We think it's going to kick forward about 10 yards. In fact, I think we lose about 5, maybe just 6 yards on the carrying backwards. They're going to start on the 21.5-yard line. It'll be first down for the Rebels.
Still a good play by our defense. By our special teams to keep them from returning the ball. They did have a guy shake loose, and he had the opportunity, it looked like, to block the punt, but he was not going to run into the kicker, take a chance. So here we got it with 3 minutes and 42 seconds left. Berrien County is 78 yards away from the goal line.
And there's our Red Raiders as the quarterback takes it up the middle. And he's met by a host of Raiders, and he keeps pushing. They need to blow the whistle before somebody gets hurt or aggravated.
Yeah.
He's going to get about 5 yards on the carry.
You know what? That's a good point right here, Brent. If they let those plays go on too long, people start getting hot. And that could be a stop once that penetration is stopped, once that forward motion is stopped. They need to blow it just then. They got trips to the bottom, got a single receiver to the top. Legondrick's on the single receiver. You're going to stop and throw it.
Over the head of the receiver, off the tips of his fingers. It's going to stop the clock, which is what we don't want to happen. I'd rather him caught it and we drill him, but it would have been close to a first down. So
3rd and 5.
3 minutes and 9 seconds. I'll try to keep you up to date as the clock continues to wind down for those of you.
Looks like the ball's on the 26, 27-yard line.
Closer to the 27. It's going to be 3rd and 5. A big down here for the Raiders in the defense.
You got to believe this is 4-down territory.
Oh, the quarterback is hit. Almost intercepted again by Legondrick.
Great play. I will tell you this, Garrett Anderson.
That might have been shady there.
No, I believe it was Legondrick.
Yes.
He was diving. But I will tell you this, that Garrett Anderson's played a tremendous game tonight.
He certainly has.
I'm just tipping my hat to the kid. Good student. And he's quick. He's very, very quick. He's gained some weight. What do you think? Probably 180 pounds, 175 pounds this year?
Maybe.
But tough kid.
Here comes
got a timeout for us.
It's kind of hard. I tell you what, I know that Berrien has at least 2 timeouts remaining. With 3 minutes to go, I'd almost wonder why they wouldn't, because if they don't punt and they don't get it, it doesn't mean the game's over, but it certainly puts them at a disadvantage.
Now, I'm going to say something right here. But out of all the timeouts we've called tonight, this, to me, is the best.
Yeah.
We're going to go out there and tell them we don't want to jump off sides.
Can't let nobody get behind us.
Can't let nobody get behind you. We don't want them to get a first down, but a first down don't kill us. You know what I'm saying?
What I would like to see here, I'm going to call it just in case it happens, is, we've hit the quarterback, bumped him a little here and there after he's gotten rid of the ball, but we haven't had a true sack. I think we may have stopped him on a running play, shy of the line of scrimmage, but what I would like to see is, number one, get in there and maybe make a sack right here and hopefully seal the victory for the Red Raiders.
Boy, I'd love to see that. We brought in big Trey Mobley, and Trey can shake loose. Trey's quick for a big defensive lineman. He can get in there,
Here
too.
we go, possibly the game here. There's a snap. He steps back, and he just tosses it out to the
and we get him short.
And he's not going to make the first down.
Not going to make it. Red Raider football.
They're going
Red Raider football on about the 30.
And once again, Rev, our defense has showed up tonight. Now, granted, there's been some mistakes, but when they've had to get it done, they've done it, Rev.
That's right. And I know we're a tired bunch right now. We've had to overcome our emotions. Really shows the maturity of some of our players and our football team. My hat's off to our coaches. They've coached us right through this mess. This game right here, I'm going to look back on it and say, thank God if we come out of here. Thank God for a win.
Well, I'm not going to think any more about it. I'm looking toward next Friday night, I tell you.
I tell you, it may be one of those you just put in your rearview mirror and say, guys, we were sloppy and we played terrible.
He keeps churning it as he gets about 8 yards on the carry.
Yep. One more. I don't know what their timeout situation is. Do you?
I believe they have at least two remaining.
We got second and 3. Is that right, or second and 2?
Second, just a maybe a short three.
Yeah.
2:32, the clock's still running.
Run, baby, run.
And they just start the play clock, and they need to run it down, all the way down to just a couple seconds and snap the ball and hand it to Big 25.
Rumble, rumble. We don't need to give them anything.
7 on the play clock, 2:12 remaining. There's the snap, and there's the handoff up the middle, and he's going to lean for about 2.
Yep. Good play by Madison. He's tired, man. That boy, he's toted the load.
Well, if he'll lean one more time for a first down, I think there's a timeout by the Rebels.
With 2 minutes left.
With one more timeout, it could possibly, or one more first down, it could possibly seal a victory for the Raiders. I'd love to see, again, him break free and get back in the end zone. But third and 1 with exactly 2 minutes to go in this ball game, Rev. And again, it's been a roller coaster for us emotionally. It's been a roller coaster on the field for our offense and our defense and our coaching staff and our fans. We've seen them; they're on their feet now. They've been down, oohing and ahhing, and it's one of those games that really tells you a lot about a football team, though.
Right.
You know, we went into halftime. I talked to one of the assistant coaches, and he said, "I think things went very well. I think the boys are going to come out." Well, next thing you know, it completely reversed on us. They take the lead, and here we are. We're back in the lead with by 3-point margin. Our defense have how many fourth down stops did they make tonight? Is that
2
4?
at least?
At 3, I think 3 or 4. 2 times down here on the goal line, and then the fourth one, and the third one at least down here. So again, the defense has done what they've needed to when they've had to do it, even though, again, admittedly we've had some mistakes. But this is an opportunity right here for the, there's probably a little bit more time. We maybe have to get another first down to really seal it. But by getting a first down here, we're gonna really make it difficult for the Rebels.
In the course of all of this, we've got a referee timeout. He's called a timeout in a measurement. We are 6 inches away from a first down. Berrien had called a timeout, so.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett and Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Good time for Dawson to pull the ball.
And he could walk in.
He could just about walk in, and I will tell you that another score and an extra point is going to put this thing out of hand. Dawson looks it over. He's going to take a snap. We're loaded to the left side. Hands it, and he's going to get a first down. That's going to do it.
First down for the Raiders. Madison, again, uses his big body, that 6'2", 215-pound frame. And folks, when you see him, especially when you walk up to him in that uniform, he looks 225 easy.
He does, man. It's a big kid.
I hope he has an opportunity to play at the next level. He truly looks like a Division I back. But we're gonna wish that young man the best after his senior season.
Hard worker again, another kid in the summer. Talk to him just about every day because it seemed like every day I'm going to get bread or milk or eggs or something at Harvey's.
That's
and he's
right.
working in there. And he's working late hours. And these kids, in this small community, a lot of them are having to work, to be able to have some spending money and to buy their clothes for for school and different things like that. One of the things I love about being a part of a small community, I just really love Alma, Bacon County, and we got a great community here. And we are hungry for a winner, and this team this year has got us fired up a little bit. A great crowd here tonight, and my hat's off to our coaching staff who's not let us, even though the announcers of the game right here has got a little bit discouraged. They've kept pushing. Hat off to them. Great coaching staff led by Kyle Langford, who is about as easy a mannered fella as you ever want to meet.
All right, we got 2 wide to the top.
Yep.
Or 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Madison in the backfield. Take the snap. We're going to hand it to him. He just goes
he breaks through and he's going to score.
Yes,
and there's your ball game,
that's
baby.
That's the nail in the coffin with
that's
a minute
right.
52.
That's right. 21.
And that's
21-12.
It was set up. You called it. They're going to stunt. They're hitting every
right.
corner, every hole. But he stepped outside that tackle box, and nobody touched him.
Great play.
21
Broke the line of scrimmage. Nobody there to get him because nobody's more than 3 or 4 yards off the ball. Even their linebackers, they've played most of the night without a safety and still haven't been able to stop. Hat has to go off to our offensive line in that series.
That's right.
Quarterback Dawson Jewell, who's come in and give us a little bit of a spark. If we can stick this extra point, we're going to go up by 10.
How important was that 2-point conversion earlier?
Huge.
It gives us an opportunity to
There
kick
it
an
is.
extra point. That's in the woods, too. It's going to be 22-12, stretches the lead to 10, and this game is all but over if we can get that clock to just to wind on down.
Minute and 52 seconds left in your fourth quarter. Your Bacon County Red Raiders are up 22-12, and we're going to take a 30-second break. You're listening to 93.5 The Eagle.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett Bennett and Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Welcome back, everybody. Drake Bloodworth lines up on the 40 with our kickoff coverage team. And Blake has been we've talked about him many times, but he's been a very pleasant surprise this year. I never saw this kid coming. And now we got somebody that can hammer it down inside the 5, sometimes even kick it through the end zone. I'd like to see one of them right now. He approaches the ball, kicks it. It's a pooch kick. It's going to go out of bounds. He hooked it a little bit. They're going to get the ball on the 35.
And I don't know, Rev, if that's not – I hate it they get it on the 35, but what that does is – and he may ask for a re-kick. I don't know, but what it does is and that's what he's going to do. It takes it out of the young man's hand that ran it back earlier.
Well, that may be what our coach instructed him to kick the ball out of bounds, hoping maybe they would take it. You know what I'm saying?
That's
to keep
right.
the ball out of them.
Well, I like a hard squib right down the middle, and
make them pick it up.
That's exactly right.
Maybe like he could do like he done last week.
Just pooch it.
And skip one right through and kick it through the middle of the back of the end zone. That takes everything
That's
away.
right.
That was huge last week, by the way.
That's play of the game.
Yeah.
And we're going to try it again from the 35-yard line now. And you got to think he's probably going to keep it in bounds here. And he does. And
he hammered it.
Oh, over his head.
It's going into the end zone.
Unbelievable.
Great call. Great play,
what a
baby.
Weapon. What a weapon.
Oh, my goodness. I can't believe that kid generates that kind of power.
From the 35-yard line, folks.
Gosh, I love that
The ball
kid.
lands on the 1-yard line over the young man's head. We just talked about last week, the play of the game might have been him kicking it from our 30-yard line inside the 10 as it skips in. Just a huge turn of events there as Telfair had some momentum, and we've just done the same here as they're going to get it on the 20 with 1:52. They've got to get it in the end zone, and they have to kick an onside.
I'll tell you something, Brent. We've been so involved in this game right here, our emotions and everything else. But tell us a little bit about next week. We go to Jeff Davis.
Boy.
Region play begins.
Let's get this snap behind us, and the quarterback's going to run it up the middle, and we drag him down. Hopefully that's not a late hit, and I don't think it is. It's going to be about a 4-yard gain for the quarterback. Next week, it's huge because it's Jeff Davis. And I say this on my broadcast with anything, softball or baseball. They're our biggest rival in school history. There's a quick pass to the receiver. It's going to be incomplete. It's going to be third down and 6. We want to beat them in marbles, basket weaving. It doesn't matter. And if Mike Wheeler, if he's listening out there on the radio somewhere, he'll tell you the same thing. We just despise Jeff Davis, and it's on the athletic level. It's not we don't dislike the people necessarily.
Sure.
It's just the
rivalry.
It's the rivalry,
Right.
And I would like to say it's good and clean, but sometimes it's not. But there's a quarterback up the middle, close to a first down.
I'll let him run it and just let the clock run
at 1:24. But it's a big game for us. It looks like we're going to go into it 3-0. Jeff Davis is 2-0. They had to cancel their game tonight versus Long County because of the events of Irma. So they're pretty excited. They've scored some points against Atkinson County, against Long County, and they're pretty excited. And he rolls out to the right, hits the receiver. We're going to we should force him out of bounds with 1:14. Again, we're playing four deep in that cover 4 type zone defense and allowing them to make a play. We just got to keep everything in front of us, Reb. But again, it's going to be exciting next week. As
Jeff Davis is an improved football team. They've got a new coach over there that's got them running that wing T, and they've got some athletes. They're young, but we're going to have to bring our A game.
There's the fake, and he's going to throw a little screen pass out here, and it looks like Gonder's going to tackle him.
Yep. Drop number 9, that big sophomore. He's a good-looking athlete. He gets up a little bit gimpy. Legondrick stops him for just a 2-yard gain.
Under a minute
59
now.
Seconds.
20,
You're right.
22-12. Clock's going to run. They're not taking any timeouts unless that was their last one. I think they have one more in their pocket, but maybe if they do, I think he would probably have called it. But he's going to throw it deep. We got a chance for an tipped up,
intercepted by Legondrick.
That's his 3rd interception of the game. He has a chance to. He cuts it back, goes down. Well, smart thing. We can kneel on it and get this game over with. Am I correct by saying that's his 3rd interception of the game?
I know it's his second. He almost had a 3rd. And
the defense does it again.
Is this his 4th interception of the season?
I believe it is.
And 3 games in, 4 interceptions. That's you keep that up, and you're going to be all state.
Well, I said from the get-go, there's no doubt that young man can be the best player in our region. And we're talking about a team like Benedictine. I think he could be the best player in our region, and he's proven why. Literally, I was thinking more on the offensive side as a wide receiver, but defensively, he's getting it done. 32 seconds now, and we're in the famous kneel down. Oh, we get a false start. That's going to stop the – how do you get a false start? We won't laugh about it this time because you know what, Coach? We're going to take the W home.
Yeah.
With 29.8 seconds on the clock, 22-12.
You know, there was an article, I think, in the Nashville paper over there where the coach from Berrien County was talking about that we were just still the same team that they dominated last year. And it was almost as if they thought they were going to come in here and dominate us tonight. And quite frankly, if we hadn't played as sloppy as we have,
it would have been ugly for them.
We would have beat them to death.
Yeah, that's going to do it. Kids are going to line it up. They're going to clap hands. Raiders go to 3-0 on the season. And I'm going to have to go back and look in the books and see when that's happened. It's been quite some time. I'm so proud for these young men. Again, some things to work on. But we spoke off air a moment ago. I really believe what the Raiders were able to accomplish tonight through the ups and downs, it proves to you that these boys have character, our coaches have character, and they've done the coaches have done a good job of coaching these kids up so that they're prepared for those situations.
My hat's off to Coach Kyle Langford. You know, people say that a team takes on the personality of its coach, and Coach Langford he and his staff are so level-headed. They're not like the announcers we got up here. They're so level-headed. They don't get too excited. They just keep plugging along, keep doing what they need to be doing. And Coach Langford, even though he took it on the chin, and our team young last year, we took it on the chin, he's brought us back strong. And you got your Bacon County Red Raiders that are 3-0 for your 2017 season. 22-12. 22-12. What a great game. And don't miss next week. Listen, before we go off the air, want to tell you, be sure and be safe for the next couple of days. We know we got Irma coming in. The storms of life may come at you, but we got one, and we serve one who controls the winds and the waves.
Amen.
And his name is Christ. If your church is having service this week, be sure and attend. Some churches, our church, is called off service because some of people are trying to get out of town and get to some safety. But you can find, in this day, you can find church online. Go online and find you a good church. Listen, buckle yourself in, take care of your children.